Welcome to another edition of the Focus Program. My name is Paul Dingerman. We're glad you are here in the middle of January, February coming up in just a couple of weeks. Things are moving along, lots of activities in the Blue Water area, Marine City, St. Clair. We're going to hear about some of those today, beginning with a friend from Marine City High School, the athletic director, a guy that's busy, Mr. Chris Ming. Welcome back to the Focus Show. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Football ended with a great season. Not they didn't win the state championship again, but the other fall sports were good. You were busy.
It was a busy fall. Football, they won the league still. I mean,
yeah,
you don't win the state championship. I guess we built up expectations to the point
right.
where that's
what do you mean you didn't win the state championship?
Yeah, they still had a great season. It was a very young team, so a lot of that core comes back next year. And from a team that supposedly was having a down year, still winning the MAC goal was pretty impressive.
I can remember Jerry Bissett, one of our play-by-play color announcers, bemoaning the fact in the beginning of the season, these kids they just look like 8th graders. They're really young. You know, he was all nervous, but worked out pretty good.
Coach got them to grow up pretty fast, though. They learned the right way. They learned the Marine City way of playing football, and they came around. Took a while.
That's a good way, too. Talk to me about what is happening at the end of January. We've now progressed to basketball in both boys and girls basketball and varsity level. And there's a big thing called Pink Halo. What's that?
Absolutely. The Marine City this year has the honor of hosting the Pink Halo for the 8th time. Well, the 8th time the district has hosted it. It's the 4th time Marine City will be having it. We're actually going to extend it to make it a full week event.
Full week?
Full week. So the games are all on Saturday. That's when all the teams will come against each other. But we're going to make it a full week event, starting with that Monday, the 22nd of January. 25th of January.
Okay.
That day, we're actually starting off a Spirit Week for the entire district.
Okay.
So what we're asking each of the principals to do is spread the word within their schools, and we have 4 days selected where the kids of each of the schools will wear that particular Spirit item. And the hope is that we can take pictures of each of the schools and show the whole one district ideal through the rolling ads we have playing for our games.
Is this elementary through high school? Or
elementary through high school.
Well, that's a great idea.
So we want to get the entire district involved with it. It's a true community event.
You said 4 days, and you said that you would pick a spirit.
Sure.
Is that going to be announced or something?
Well, for example, the first day of the week, Monday, we're going to ask that everyone wear purple in support of all different types of cancer.
Okay.
Tuesday is more of the breast cancer focus, so everyone will wear pink.
Okay.
We have a Remembrance Day, and we have our Pink Halo Shirt Day. Those are the 4 days of the week. The 29th, the Friday, is a Records Day, so the kids won't be in school. That happens to be the night where we have our 3rd annual staff game, where the coaches and staff members from the south side of the district play against the coaches and staff members from the north side of the district.
They have extra ambulances standing by.
It's been a highly competitive game the past 2 years. It's been a lot of fun, and it's actually added one more night where we can bring in some money for cancer research.
Okay, very good. And then the games all day Saturday. What time do they start on Saturday?
We start our games at noon with the freshman boys, and then the games go every 2 hours. So noon, 9th grade boys at noon. We have our JV girls at 2, JV boys at 4, varsity girls at 6, and varsity boys at 8 p.m.
Wonderful. Well, Craig Zimmerman and his crew from CTV Sports will be covering those last 2 games, the 6th and the 8 o'clock. Did you say 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock games, and we'll be rebroadcasting those that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday kind of thing. So,
excellent.
Good. You brought along some pictures, and if Hope over here will zoom in on them, we'll see if we can pick them up. Talk to me about what I've got.
So people got wind of what we were doing with the Pink Halo project, and we were contacted by a local group who has a cancer quilt. And the cancer quilt is for the river area folks. This is a local group that actually volunteers time and sews patches. And each one of these patches, and they're up to about 1,400 now.
Oh my God, look at that.
Is the name of somebody who has been affected by cancer.
Marvelous. That's just a wonderful thought to have somebody do that kind of work.
The different colors represent all the different types of cancers that people have been afflicted by. And this is a traveling quilt, and it's just the river area. So we're talking about Anchor Bay area, Elginak, Marine City, and they're working their way all the way up the river. And
how many patches do we see here?
There are about 1,400 total now. It's actually going to take up most of a hallway that we're going to have set up. And it is free to actually put someone's name in, and then there's a traveling book that goes with it, one that is basically a look-up reference guide, and one that actually contains stories about each of these people in here.
Wow.
Free to contribute. but all the donations that are collected from that will go straight towards our foundation with the Pink Halo Project.
Now, these pictures here, I see Mary Boda and some faces here in this first picture looking at it. Was this at Marine City last year? Or is this?
No, this is just something the company brought forward to me, the River Quilters, the Cancer Quilters, as just a kind of a way to kind of advertise the message. According to them, a lot of people like to just come back and see the quilt and see how it's grown since the name that they put on it was, and kind of read through the stories and see how other people have been affected by it, and the good and the negative. They like to kind of grow from there. One of the stories they told me that kind of touched my heart was that a young boy whose mother was affected by cancer saw the quilt on display, and he didn't have very much money. He had a nickel, but he wanted to contribute that nickel to the cause. And so his mother's name is up there on that quilt, and she's a survivor.
That's marvelous.
And he didn't have much, but he wanted to contribute.
Okay, so you've got things for the students to do from elementary through high school, and you've got an all-day activity for the public to come. How else can the public help?
The public can help by showing up, being present, making a donation. We are collecting tickets, but all the money from the tickets go towards the cancer research. But we'll also have a donation box open. We'll have raffles going on throughout the day, and we'll have concessions going on throughout the day. And if anyone's interested in contributing to what we're trying to do and what we're trying to raise money for, then they can contact the school and talk to me about that.
Are you selling advertising or sponsorships or those kinds of things too, or is it too late?
No, we're sharing both. We're still selling both. And we do need people to contact rather soon. Middle of next week's kind of the end of that. But outside of that, showing up the day of, enjoying the festivities, and kind of contributing to the good cause.
And the number they can reach you at is 676
1906.
1906. 676 1906. That goes directly to Chris Ming, athletic director and par excellence, chef par excellence, and everything else, raconteur. Busy guy. So spring sports, what do they look like?
Well, we're not out of winter yet.
Yeah.
Spring sports looks exciting. I'm particularly excited about our baseball team. We've got some young arms that we're really excited about this year. Softball has always been strong and continues to be strong. I'm pretty proud of the girls soccer team that I'm coaching now. And
This your second year?
This is my second year with them. We managed to win the district last year, took second place in the league with only one loss. So that team, Warren Mott's coming back strong this year, and we're gunning for them. We got those dates circled on our calendar.
I did skip over the basketball and other winter sports. We got, what's the other winter sport besides basketball? Volleyball?
We have swim, we have cheer.
Boys swim.
Boys swim. We have competition cheer, and we have our boys and girls bowling teams.
Okay, in addition to the basketball.
In addition to basketball.
That's a busy time. I don't know how you keep it all straight as the athletic director.
Busy is good.
How many buses have you got to have going here and there and everywhere?
Transportation is one of my speed dials. I'm on the phone with them quite a bit. We're always heading in some direction. There's a very rare day on the calendar when there's actually no sporting events going on.
Let's go through the date again. It's the last Saturday of January.
Last Saturday of January. That is the big event. That's when all the teams will be playing against each other, January 30th. The staff game is the night before, on the 29th at 7 p.m. Everything's being held at Marine City High School. And like I said, across the district, the 25th through the 28th, we'll have every student, K through 12, participating in a district-wide spirit.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful effort, wonderful effort. Mr. Chris Ming, ladies and gentlemen, that's the guy, athletic director from Marine City High School. We'll be back with Rebecca Lepley from the Friends of the City Hall, Marine City City Hall, in just a second. Well, we are back with a friend by the name of Rebecca Lepley from Marine City. She's really, really active there in the Marine City Friends of City Hall. Welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Again, you've been here many times.
I have, and I always enjoy it.
We wanted to get an update on what's going on with the Friends of City Hall. You've had 2 or 3 years that you've been together, and you've been doing lots of background legal work and all this kind of stuff. Bring us up to date. What's happening?
Well, a lot of people, when you get into a project like this, they say, just fix the building. But it has taken 5 years to get all the legal pieces in place so that we can proceed. And, you know, you have to get your 501c3, you got to get your bylaws in place, public-private partnership because the city owns the building, grant writers, and get set up to receive money. And we've gotten to the place now that we've got everything in place. So now we're going out and trying to raise money.
You are a nonprofit.
We are.
That is tax exempt.
Right.
Okay, so if people give a donation,
they get to take it off their taxes. They get
it.
a nice little letter from us.
And that took years to get all that stuff together.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And, you know, we were able to do the outside of the building quite a few years ago, but there's $3 million worth of work on the inside to have full use of the building. You have to have an elevator and all kinds of things. And we answer to so many people. We answer to the State Historical Society, the National Preservation Trust, to the Historic Society of Marine City, and we have to do things right. This is a historic building in a historic district, and therefore we have to do things by the book. And we have a lot of people that would like to help. And why we're excited at this point in time is because we now have everything in place, including a process that if you want to be a part of this, like one project my husband and I would like to do is putting appropriate carriage doors on the garage addition.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to
Back where the police department was.
Right. If you want to be a part of this restoration, which is going forward, then, and you want your name on something, there's a process, and we'd be glad to provide you with the paperwork. The chamber will have the process. If you want a copy of it, you can get it at Vera Grace Emporium. You can get it at City Hall, or you can call me, and I will bring it to your house.
Okay.
And you can pick your project. We have a piano that's been there since around 1900 that is very usable, and we are using it. But to have it properly redone, that's a project. We have an old lamp post. We have pavers going in. You know, the overall project has to be done by bonded professionals, but you can take on an individual part of the project and be a part of it. Or you can sponsor the whole thing if you want to.
Well,
sadly, we didn't win the lottery.
If you or I had won the lottery yesterday, we would have maybe done that. But
it's very exciting to be a part of it. We just, you know, people don't realize the Opera House is up there, and we've got solid walnut floors in that building, 3 foot thick down to the bedrock basement. I mean, this is a building that is, I went to Boston, and in downtown Boston, they have a building that's done by the same people that did ours.
Wow. You told me before we went on the air that there's 5 levels. That, I think, is deceiving when you drive by. You think it's a normal, you know, 2 or 3 story building. But there's 5. Why is there 5 levels?
Because there's a mezzanine and a basement and a stage level and a balcony.
And the balcony.
Yeah, we have all kinds of levels there. And to have the full use of the building so that the building can begin to make money for the city, we have to have access to that Opera House. And everybody, you don't want to have events up there that some people can't get to. Like now when we have an event up there, if you can't get up the stairs, you can't be a part of it. And we want this to be, I mean, it was originally designed to be a community center, a place where people could have shows and gatherings and weddings, and you used to have all, the prom used to be held there, everything used to be held there.
Did they hold the city commission meetings there?
Yes, they did.
Years?
Yes, they did. Yes,
Upstairs?
They did. Some of them were upstairs, and some of them, they have a room downstairs that was big enough to hold
in the basement.
A commission meeting. And actually in the basement was the beer room.
Okay.
So that's where the firemen and the policemen went after they had a run.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
It is an amazing building, and we have a man in town, Bill Furtaw, who was born in that building, delivered by Dr. DeGursey.
Oh my God.
And was raised in that. They had a resident fireman at that point in time. I mean, the history is so rich, and people have been building things since there have been people. Most of it falls down eventually, but every once in a while we build something that's a bridge to the past and helps us understand who we are. And this building is one of that.
People want more information. There's a couple ways. You can go on the internet to friendsofcityhall.com, And the other way is through Facebook at Facebook/Friends of City Hall.
Friends of City Hall.
And-
Yeah, or you can
Or you
call me.
you at 765-1296.
Yeah.
1296, 765-1296.
And Great Lakes Antiques, which is behind the antique warehouse, right at Bell River, and I think it's Fairbanks at that point, is where we hold our meetings, usually the fourth Thursday of every month. Just call, and a lot of people want to be a part of it, and we're getting excited because we've finally done all the dull paperwork that you have to get done, and now we're ready to actually get it done, and we're excited.
Well, you've had a lot of naysayers that said that you wouldn't even get this far.
Of course, there's a lot of people
And-
that have no interest in antique buildings or anything along that
So
line.
you've
Yeah.
accomplished a lot as a group. It's a small group, good nucleus of people who have been loyal to it and have stuck with it. And now is the time to say we need some more.
We need to do it. We've got members in Arizona. We have over 200 members at this point in time, and
The webpage is
we're
up
excited.
there's the,
There you go. Yep, those are from the, and the outside, getting that brick done and getting all that coating off of there. That was
that was a major job.
That we were concerned that would be impossible. The rest of it is all possible. We just need to go after funding. We have a grant writer. We have people to go after municipal money, appropriations, the Tax Increment Finance Authority of the Tifa in Marine City, which is like a downtown development group, has a group that's going after money for us. So it's time to go after the money. And I will buy another lottery ticket. I suppose 1 million is okay.
765-1296 if you want to
Correct.
turn over your lottery winnings to Becky Lepley, or www.facebook/Friends of the City Hall, or www.friendsofcityhall.com. Becky,
good.
thank you. Please keep
Thank
us
you,
in the
sir.
loop,
I will.
and we will be happy to support you as much as we can from this venue here.
Thank you so
Look
much.
forward to seeing you. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingeman. See you soon.